Okay, so we've made our model. This is a really simple one in SketchUp, and you can see I've got one textured surface. So this is just a quick example. So what we want to do is save it as a PDF, or print it as a PDF to be exact, and which we will be able to open in Illustrator. So if we go File, Print, and make sure that the printer is set to Adobe PDF, and then you need to make sure that you check use high accuracy. So that's really important to do. And we want to just check in the properties to see if there's anything else. Default settings seems right. Layout, you can change to landscape if you need to. That could be a good idea, so we'll change it to landscape. Paper source doesn't really matter in this situation. Standard default settings, what do we got? So there could be some options in here, and it may be a matter of trialing and seeing the best option. So if we try other ones, so just see what happens. High print quality sounds good to me, so if we just go OK and then come back here and hit OK as well, and you can see I've saved it in my documents and then 134 digital design, and so rather than untitled, we'll just call it I would call it the principle, so we can call this one contrast, just making this up, 01, something like that, and then hit save. And now that's completed, and you'll see here it's opened it up in Adobe Acrobat, and you can see that it gets rid of the texture, so it just puts in a colour. So that's something to be aware of, that the texture will disappear, and that's sort of one of the drawbacks, not really drawbacks, but one of the issues, I guess, of using Illustrator. But that's just one thing. Illustrator can deal with those. So if we come back and we'll just open up Illustrator, so programs, and yours will be in a slightly different place, but this is something like that. So open Adobe Illustrator, and hit open, and it's gone to there, and we've got contrast 01 which we opened before, and then we can open that, and it's flipped it around, so we need to change the paper layout. So file, document setup, and set it to landscape, and that hasn't changed it, so we need to rotate, so we can click on that and rotate it around. What's that one do? Rotate tool, sounds like us. So click and rotate, and if you hold down shift, it'll lock it to 15 degrees, so really useful. So I'm holding down shift and you can see it sort of locks it. Oh, come on, rotate there. And you can see, because I didn't select the whole image, that it's only selected part of it. So if I Control Z, so I undo that, and then I hit Control A, or Apple A, or Command A on the Mac, it selects everything, and then now, because I've still got the rotate tool, use that and hold down shift to lock it, and then we've rotated everything around. And quickly, if you go through the tutorials that for Illustrator and experiment with some of the tools, you can see what options there are. But one of the great things is we can now sort of give the lines different line thicknesses to help parts read. So I can come around and I'll select several to start with, so holding down the shift key. So we've got 2, 3, and then we want that one as well. Oh, there we got them. See how we go. Something like that. And then we can come over here under stroke and go sort of quite thick, maybe a bit thicker. just so we can see. I wouldn't normally do it that thick, but you can start to see, and we want that one, we don't want that one so heavy, so we can bring that back down. So that's even thinner, but you can sort of get the idea now where, see that's 2 lines, so you're going to have to cut them, so we can see if there's a cut tool over here. There'll be some way of splitting those lines up. What have we got here? So that can be a little task to see how to separate those lines. I wonder if we'd come back and see that. No, so that's still 2 lines. So you need to experiment with that a little bit and see if you can find a way of cutting. But you can start to see that we've brought some lines in. So good luck.